ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second episode of the Pasefika Movie Starter Kit, bro.
Yeah,
You know what it
yeah.
is, man.
Let's go.
I'm Marcus. I'm here with Lance Falitongo, okay?
What's up? What's
You
up?
know who the hell we are, all right? We're here to watch some movies and talk some mess about them, okay? All right, man.
Perfect.
Today we're talking about a very classic movie, right, within the community, right,
Yeah,
especially like among like people our age, right, the
absolutely.
elder millennials, you know what I'm saying. And this movie goes by the name of Sione's Wedding. Okay,
Yeah,
Sione's Wedding came out in 2006. It's really hard to find if you're not in New Zealand, bruh.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? I had to pay $5 on Apple TV to watch it, bruh. And it's called Samoan Wedding. It's not even called Sione's Wedding.
Oh
What
my
the hell,
God.
America, bruh?
I think outside of New Zealand, their Wikipedia page says outside of New Zealand, it was marketed as Samoan Wedding.
Right.
Uh, but I think even in Samoa, when I first saw it, it was Siona's Wedding. So maybe outside of like the Pacific.
Oh God. You know what? Whatever. You should just kept the original name.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's the first demerit, but that's not a knock on the movie itself. All right. That's more of the marketing team. Marketing team, get the hell out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so just start off with the synopsis of the
Yeah.
entire movie, right? So anyone who isn't familiar with the movie's called Sione's Wedding, and it centers around four New Zealand bachelors who are banned from their best friend's wedding until they can get girlfriends, right?
Hmm.
Because these four, the Duckrockers,
Oh
are
my God.
friggin' troublemakers, bruh.
Quack quack.
Huge, yeah, quack quack. Every time they go to a party or a wedding, they just muck it up, bro. They muck it up terribly, right? So you was talking about, we're trying to figure out the kind of themes that, we want to do this for every movie. You know what I'm saying? So what
Mhm.
kind of themes were you seeing when you was watching it, bro? What's the deal?
Well, definitely with the four friends, the Duck Rockers. You think about
Mm-hmm.
friendship and how their friendship is going to have to twist and turn, make some changes throughout the movie.
Oh yeah.
In the fact that they have to get girlfriends to go to the wedding, we do go
Mm-hmm.
through a lot of dating and like relationship themes that people might be able to apply.
Mm-hmm.
And then definitely with most Samoan movies, there's always the commentary on like the societal and cultural expectations that they have to go
Mm-hmm.
through. But I think
Right.
biggest ones are like these guys growing up and then they're like dating their dating lives. But definitely it centers around their friendship.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. The movie does a really good job of showing how close they are in their camaraderie and stuff. So, like I really like I'm invested in all four of their journeys. You know what I'm saying? To get girlfriends, bro, and even for freaking idiot Sepha, you know what I'm saying, who already has one. But I'm just like, bro, whatever. We'll get into that, man. But yeah, this is like definitely like a coming of age story, which is kind of weird when we associate coming of age with like full grown adults. Like these fools are pushing 30 at least in this movie. You know what I'm saying?
It
And
does
it's
sound weird to say coming of age for like adults, but that is the turn that we have to make.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Like they literally start the movie off as like four immature idiots, and at every party that they go to, they just mess it up because of their immaturity, and they usually just go stag at every party. So they feel like, and even this, like even that mentality of like getting girlfriends, that's still kind of immature because they think that just because once they get girlfriends, all of a sudden they're grown up and mature enough to go to a party. You know what I'm saying? But they don't realize how much it they need in order to get and sustain a proper relationship. So it's like,
Exactly.
you
Perfect.
know what
Perfectly put.
bro, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, whatever else you want to touch on, bro, touch on it right now because we're just gonna go. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna set the entire scene or the scene of the entire movie for
Yeah.
everybody who hasn't watched it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Again, if you haven't seen it, this one came out in March 2006. Where were you in
Mm.
2006? Do you remember?
2006. I was in San Antonio, Texas, bruh.
Hey.
I was in San Antonio, Texas. I think I was eighth grader, ninth grade.
Right, right.
And
Yeah,
I
that's
think, yeah, and I had definitely heard of the movie then, You know, it was
Mm.
like big in our church. Like people were like, "Dude, have you seen Sione's Wedding?"
Hey.
And that was like big. Like that was the time of like bootleg movies. So you know, we had the CDs. You know what I'm saying? We had the, you know what I mean, with the shit written on there with permanent marker. You know, and yeah, I didn't watch it then though. I watched it when I
Oh.
moved to. Yeah, I think I watched it when I moved to Samoa. I think I like illegally streamed it. Like I pirated it somewhere. I can't remember, but yeah, I definitely did not buy it then, but I bought it now, bro.
Yo, that also might have been the reason why I bought it also when I saw it
Right.
available on Amazon on Prime Video, because I
Yeah.
remember streaming it. I'm pretty sure illegally, or having it like a burnt DVD or something.
Yeah.
In researching this movie, they went through like a whole like copyright infringement. Like it was like one of the most copyright like copied movies and like pirated movies in that era. Like they lost so
Right.
much money on it. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was the era. If you think about when that movie came out, it was people
Hey,
were burning DVDs, CDs,
bro,
like we were torrenting, streaming stuff.
bro.
2006.
Man, you know, shout out to the Way Back Wednesday podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
If you want to
yo,
talk about nostalgia and burn CDs, like, bro, the Uso Lance and the Uso Cepho right there talking about nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? It's
seamless
right.
cross promotion. Oh my
Come
god,
on, guy. We do this, Lance. We freaking do this. Come on, bro.
professionals.
You know what I'm saying?
This movie, Siona's Wedding, Samoan Wedding, whatever you want to call it, should have been Siona's Wedding. Directed by
Mhm.
Chris Graham, who also directed
Talk
the
to me.
Panthers TV series
Mm-hmm.
2021. I know Seth was talking about that. And also a documentary on Scribe,
Mm.
the New Zealand rapper, Return of the Crusader.
Oh shoot.
Uh, Siona's Wedding, written by James Griffin and Oscar Kightley, who plays
Awesome.
Albert in in the movie.
Yep.
And another big thing is the music was all done by Dawn Raid Entertainment.
Hey,
And what this soundtrack is fire. Like if you watch
yo,
this movie
what?
with the like TV on screensaver, it's still a great movie. Like the
Yeah.
music itself, it's so good.
Bro, what? They
They
don't
don't know.
know. Come on, bro. They don't know. I'm saying.
They don't know.
Yeah, they don't know. All right, man. Keep talking, Les.
Yeah,
Keep
so
telling them what it is,
there's
bro.
just so much good stuff. We get the Naked Samoan comedy group
Mm-hmm.
with our main characters and some of our supporting characters. We'll introduce them here as we go through the movie. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just a bunch of really good Islander strong representation, especially as it's set in Auckland, New Zealand, where
Right.
when we were talking in last episode with Once We're Warriors, it's so dope to see our people like in our environment and the laws for them. The like just it's dope to see Pasefika people being represented on the big screen.
Man, is it, bro? Shit.
And that's probably why this movie also hit. It was such a good movie, but we were also seeing, I mean, four Islander men, all with their problems that a lot
Yep.
of us have, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go through their journeys to try to figure out what they need to do to achieve their goal and to get to that
Bro.
wedding. But yeah,
Yeah, I could definitely identify with the homie Albert, all right? With all the jokes been looking like Oscar Kightley, I could definitely identify with bro. Because I'm over here trying to, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I be getting nervous. I be getting
totally.
nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, whatever, bro. But yeah,
Oh,
that's exactly it, man. And this movie is like my Once We're Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Like as weird as that is, you know, like
mm,
Once We're Warriors is like for a different generation, like you know the older cats and stuff. But like Siona's Wedding was like one of the biggest like points of reference for me as far as like Samoans in movies. You know what I'm saying?
talk
So
about it.
this is a huge like touchstone or like a huge touchstone for me. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So
Same.
yeah, man. Shout out to Siona's Wedding, bro. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, so you know we can definitely get into the scene by scene and break it down, bro, and
Bro,
figure things out.
this is the Pasefika Movie Starter Kit. You've
Yeah.
probably seen these movies, but if you haven't, we need to break it down for you. You know what you're coming into right now. We're in Auckland, New Zealand, 2006. The Duckrockers. We have four bachelors: Albert, Michael, Sepha, and Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, Albert played, as you said, Oscar Kightley.
Mm-hmm.
Michael by Robbie Magasiva.
Yep.
Sepha by Shimpal Lelisi. And Stanley, little weirdo, my guy,
Yeah.
Heto Ahi. And these guys are all in the Naked Psalm ones. But yeah, you could definitely see their comedy and their like familiarity with each other,
Yep.
and friendship like break out into a lot of parts of this movie. But
Yeah, man.
in the first scenes of the movie, we're called by the minister to Sione's house, where we find out that the boys be mucking up these weddings. And if it's not a wedding, it's a 21st. And if it's not a 21st,
Yeah. Yeah,
the
bruh.
minister bans them from their friend and brother's wedding, from Sione's wedding. Luckily, Albert comes up with a bargain for his holiness. Allow the boys to attend if they bring girlfriends that will keep them from misbehaving. And herein we now have our mission: find girlfriends.
Fine. Girls.
Girls!
Girls.
You know,
Girls.
that's such a good scene. It's
Yo, what? Yeah, minister, we know the problem. We don't have girls. Well, they're not the problem. They're the answer to the problem. Yeah, bro.
Nice.
Okay.
Done. Yo,
All right, man.
even the opening credits to this is fire.
Yeah,
The
bro.
field styles, I do believe.
Man,
Ooh.
man, what? I didn't even know that was a song.
I
Okay.
do believe.
Hey.
Say
Yeah.
I do believe.
Yeah.
Yo, say it again.
Yeah.
Bro, that shit. What a great song to start the movie to, bro.
Hell
we're
yeah, bro.
flying over Auckland. Boom, 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 boom.
Man, yeah, I like that, bro. And it was really quick too, like how they show the weddings that they talk about, that the minister gets on them about. Like they show them in passing. Like they don't show the bad shit that they do yet, but it's so hilarious
Yeah.
seeing it at the beginning again, because it's like, bruh, those four fucked that shit up. But if you've never seen the movie before, you're just like, oh, okay, well, this is gonna be hilarious, I guess. Well, what the hell happened at these weddings? You know what I'm saying? It leaves us questioning. So yeah, great start to the movie for sure.
Those clips where they're cut in to the opening scene of those wedding clips, you
Yeah.
definitely see those on the second watch where you're like, oh, I've seen the ending to all these clips.
Yeah.
and you'll see them shortly. But
Yeah.
these guys get out of the club
Mhm.
as a group of women are walking to church super early on a Sunday, I guess.
Oh yeah,
Um,
okay.
And they get outside and they're like Duckrockers. They walk off.
Yes.
And the
Mhm.
first scene, we're sitting in there with lonely Albert, and his mom's knocking on the door, asking him, "Hey,
Uh-oh.
are you there alone?"
Wait, hold on, bro. I don't hear you, dog. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Oh no! What's going on?
Check.
Oh, we're
Hello?
having technical difficulties right now. That's okay though, man. Hold on.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can. Can you hear me now?
Nice.
Good. All right. So what were you saying? So yeah.
The
so
Duckrockers are outside.
Yeah, the Duckrockers are outside. They just go, they get out of the club and they put their shades on. You know what I'm saying? One of them puts them on upside down. I think it was Stanley. Of course he puts it on. Yeah, of course it's him who puts it on upside down. Hilarious. Though, what a great like subtle way to show like how weird of a personality he is.
Oh my God, that's a great point.
You know what I'm saying? It's little things like that. Okay, so the Duckrockers, the Duckrockers come out and then they separate. You know what I'm saying? And you don't think anything eventful happens, but when they separate, it shows them each in their household, and it starts off with Albert, right?
Yep.
Albert is lamenting his life, it looks like, in his room. You know what I'm saying? Like in his room in a dark place. Like, God bless him, bro. He must have had a great time at that wedding, because man, his house is dark. So he's over there chilling or whatever, and then his mom comes, knocks on the door, and is just like, Albert, Albert, are you in here?
Yes, Mom.
Yes, Mom. Did you find a girl at the wedding?
No.
No, Mom. No.
That's okay.
Yeah.
She's about to make him some eggs. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Filet or scramble. Scramble is okay.
Oh, by the way, she says, about what happened at Eugene's wedding. I told the minister the other boys did it.
Oh, no. Great motherly love, but goddamn, Mom, chill out. Don't put me out frustrated like that for the boys. Don't put me and the boys in trouble like that. Damn.
So now Albert's the first one that has to go and report to the minister at Sione's house. And then where do we go? Sepha is getting dropped off in front of his house.
Mm-hmm.
It's very early in the morning, supposed to be, and he was supposed to be home a lot earlier. He gets
Yeah.
inside, and his girlfriend is awake. There is no one still in bed. The bed is cleanly made.
Yeah.
He looks up to Leilani, who's holding a clock, and she asks him, "What time do you call this, Sefa?"
Yeah.
He's like, bedtime?"
Bedtime.
Clocks him up the head with it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Exactly.
and as he's on the ground looking up, she tells him, "Sione wants to see you
Mm-hmm.
right now." So now
Yeah.
he's got to go. And then we go to Stanley, who's checking those party line messages.
Yo, what? See, that's another crazy thing too. What a perfect time capsule for 2006, 2005, bro. The party lines, the
Yep.
chat lines, like Poly Cafe too was like on and cracking, I think, during that time. I was young. I didn't know. I mean, like the internet was just, it was just coming out, or I mean, not coming out, but like we barely had it, and I was not familiar with Poly Cafe until years later, or the chat lines until years later. So that's
Same.
hilarious. Yeah, bro. I'm glad we were not exposed to that at that fucking age, because goddamn, people were wilding on there, bro. Okay, so
Yo, it's Daryl, openly gay bisexual.
bisexual. Beep.
My guy is looking for this one girl that he be talking to, man. That one voice that he knows is meant to be. If it's meant to be, it's meant to
It's
be.
meant to be.
Latifah.
Exactly.
Latifah. He's waiting for Latifah's call on the party line, and she like says something to him. She's like, "Hey, this is for." Wait, what's his freaking name? Tyreek?
His name is
His
Tyreek.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hey
See?
ladies, this is Tyreek. I'm 6'6" and
Six.
built to please. Shut up, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
And he gets that call from Latifah, and she's like, "Hey, I'm sorry we didn't get to hang out, but we will. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be." And he's like, he knows that that's his one. And then the next message is Sione himself. Tyreek,
Yeah.
Stanley, I know it's you, you dickhead.
Yeah. Come over.
Get over here now.
Get over here now. Yeah. All right.
Those
So from
three are loaded up.
bro, what? So from there, it cuts to Michael, right? The supposed playboy of the entire group, the one who just be everything in sight, anything that walks, you know what I'm saying? So it cuts to him in his house, and he's in bed smashing, smashing. You know what I'm saying? But he's smashing his preference, a white woman.
There you go.
Which is a point that gets brought up a lot in the movie. So
and in our culture.
And in Lance, you better talk to him about that, Lance. So Michael is in there, smashing, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing. And his little cousin comes in, knocks on the door. It's just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? He finally gets inside, catches him in the act, and he's like, you better get dressed. Get ready right now. You are in deep shit, cuz. You're in deep shit, cuz.
You in deep shit, cuz.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to that kid. He nailed that part.
He did. So, and Michael's the only one in the in a fucking shirt or whatever. Yeah, and then the three of the boys come up, and they ignore that dude. They ignore Michael. Michael looks at him and is just like, hey, what the hell are you guys doing here? They ignore him, walk past him, because they know they're about to get chewed out by the entire village. It looked like,
everybody's there.
Yeah, what, bro, man, that scene made me like, oh, that shit made me cringe, because I know that feeling, bro. And it's not with like a big group either. Like when it's just your family, and you fucked up, and they know you fucked up, and like just like that anticipation of coming home. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my god, fuck. And then you gotta come home, and you just come home, and everybody's looking at you like, sit your ass down. sit your ass down. Cross your legs. You know what the hell you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, oh, bro.
Cross your legs.
Yeah, exactly. Cross your legs, don't cry. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, bro. So all four of them are making their way. They're making the walk of shame to Sione's house, and while they're walking, they just see the entire city is just looking at them in disappointment. Yeah,
there's people standing outside on the deck, people lining up the entire hallway into the house, and the boys are just slowly walking further and further, trying to figure out what's going on. They have no idea. They just know that everybody's literally shaking their heads at them as they walk past. And once they get to the end of the hall, we start to see some more familiar faces. Leilani, who just smacked Sefa. We see cousin Polo, who drives the van. And we also see Eugene, whose wedding was ruined last night, still in his wedding tux.
Yeah, that's crazy how it all just takes place within the fucking 24 hours, bruh. like, bro, okay, all right, so keep going. Let's talk to him, man.
Eugene is bleeding and he wants to beat their asses, right? But I don't think Eugene speaks at all in this movie.
Nah, he just looks menacing and it works, bro.
Eugene's ready to beat on these guys once he's given permission to. He is not given permission yet.
No.
The minister beckons from off screen in another room, says send them in. The minister, played by Nathaniel Lees, who did a bunch of productions with the Naked Samoans back in New Zealand. And he's the perfect minister, scary but could be good kind of. I don't know, the heaviness,
man,
that air.
Yeah, he definitely had that air of authority about him, bro. I was like, oh yeah, this is uncle right here. This is somebody uncle right here for sure. And he's definitely yelled at a couple of his nephews before. Yeah, he nailed his part, bro.
And he's about to yell at these guys too. For immature fools. He's like, I have attended many a wedding, celebrations of love, togetherness, peace. And then there's the weddings that you four attend. And then he freaking plays a video. He plays videotapes of all the catastrophes that were happening. Do you remember what everybody did?
Yeah, okay. I think it was Albert Albert dropped dropped one of the newlyweds, the bride. He dropped the bride when he picked her up on his shoulder, to celebrate. Sefa dove head first into one of the wedding cakes. And Michael's fucking dumbass was caught fucking again in the limousine for the couple to ride away.
As they're riding away and saying goodbye, they open the door and just see a booty.
Yeah, bro.
Going to work.
Just assed out, bro. Just ass out, bro. And so it all culminates, right? It all culminates into the thing that happened the night before at Eugene's wedding, right?
Yep.
Well, yeah. Tell them what happened.
They load up the video camera. They haven't even converted it to tape yet. It's so fresh.
Yeah.
They plug in the video camera and play back Eugene's wedding, or Eugene being restrained on the steps of his wedding chapel, as the hall behind him is burning in flames and people are being evacuated out. And Stanley suddenly appears in the foreground. Hey, I was not here. And he runs off, implicating Stanley as the man who set fire to the hall. So
damn it, Stanley. It's always
catastrophes.
Man. That's hilarious that all four of them did something at somebody's wedding, bro. Each and every one.
So now the minister gives out his edict. On the day of Sione's wedding, you four are banned. And the meeting is over. And now they get looked at or whatever. But the boys head down to the basketball court and they're talking shit. They're like, this is bull crap. And why are we letting these guys talk not let us go to this wedding? It's so dumb. But they're also being super immature as they're doing it. They're throwing the basketball at each other and not taking any sort of responsibility,
no accountability. Exactly.
We're just having fun.
Yeah, exactly. We're Duckrockers, man. We're freaking Duckrockers. We can get away with anything, man. Yeah. No, but then Sefa was just just let it blow over and it'll be fine. Just very. True. Exactly, just very irresponsible actions, and then
we'll be sweet as.
Yeah, we'll be sweet as. And then as soon as they're talking about it, Sione comes and he lets them know that hey, this was my idea.
Boom.
It was my idea. You guys mess up every damn wedding we've been to, not just the wedding, the 21st, what have you, every celebration that that city, that community has, and those four are involved in, always turns into a big mess. So, everybody's mad about it. I mean, understandably so, but also you kind of brought that upon yourselves, Duckrockers. You know what I'm saying? So, as they're talking and chopping it up, trying to figure out what to do, Albert comes up with the solution. He's the aha moment finally, and hits Albert of all people. You know what I'm saying? The shyest one, the one who's, you know what I'm saying, the one who's like, who's the biggest struggle is just to talk to a woman, but he's just sitting there like, girls,
Girls?
girls, girls.
Girls.
Girls. And then that cut. I love that cut. I love that cut, bro. From the cut from the basketball court to the golf course when they're talking to the minister to convince them to come to let them into the wedding. Yeah. And they're chasing after the minister as he's in the golf cart, and Albert is explaining his piece. He explains the entire point of the movie. He says, Minister, if let us come back into the wedding and we'll bring girls. We'll bring girls to the wedding because every time we go to a wedding, we just go together because we feel like that's, we have the best time when it's just the four of us. But if we bring girlfriends, we'll be on our best behavior. I mean, if we bring girls, we'll be on our best behavior. And then that's when the minister says, he changes it up like, hey, not just girls who will come for free food and free drink. I need you guys to come with girlfriends.
Girlfriends?
Yeah,
girlfriends.
Yeah.
Commitment. Yeah. Other words, you fools don't understand.
Yeah, bruh. Yeah, exactly. So he lays out the entire plot of the movie right there. So now the boys' journey begins.
Let's go.
The boys' journey begins, and they have their mission statement. So now the movie starts really opening up hilariously, bro. So where do they go from the golf course, dog?
So from the golf course, they actually go to the club, or they're at a bar or something where they're planning. They're in their initial planning. I guess it's that night, right? And they're like, who to take. We're going to figure out. I think Leilani is there with her friends also. Sepha buys them some drinks, asks for a kiss, does not get it. The girlfriends laugh. It's funny, haha. He goes back to the boys.
How demoralizing is that as a man to get laughed at by your girls? Like,
it's like, why? Why is we doing this? That's not cool. Anyways, bro, like, I think the Sepha's thing is that he drinks a lot, right? But then there's also the revelation a lot later that he'll like go and talk up all sorts of girls and stuff too.
Man, what?
I think that's actually coming. So Sepha's like, he got some play in him. He's over here chatting it up.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's subtle too. Like the way they just come in like that. All right, but yeah, we'll get there. But yeah, for sure.
But they're just trying to figure out who they're going to take. Michael gets some drinks from one of the waitresses. It's on somebody else's tab. Yeah, big wink. There's also that scene about Leilani's ass. She's got a nice ass. Why are you talking about my girlfriend's ass? I'm on your side. She's got a nice ass, but you're talking about my girlfriend's ass.
Yeah,
Leilani. She's got a nice ass.
See, like, okay, like just to interject, right? That was one of like the little small things I kind of like. Not, I'll criticize the movie for is like the pacing. You know what I'm saying? Like little things like that. Like they would linger on scenes a little too long for me. You know what I'm saying? Like they would definitely linger on scenes that I feel like just didn't need to be there. As funny as they are, like it kind of ruins the pacing for me. But yeah, I mean, I digress. We'll get back to that.
I thought the pacing was good. I thought there wasn't too much fluff. But yeah, we're definitely gonna break that down in our final scores with all the categories that we got.
For sure.
The next day, we're at Albert's office where we meet Tanya. Who's the cubicle over from Albert. Remember, Albert's the shy guy. But yeah, this is his friend. Tanya, played by Madeline Sami. So also Stanley is there. And
randomly.
What the hell? So Stanley's at Albert's office and screaming in his ear, "I'm glad I don't have a boring ass job."
You don't have any job.
And then I was like, from hearing that, I was like, what the hell does Stanley do? We never find out what he does. He's a priest in the sequel.
Really? Oh God! Oh, I need to watch the sequel right now. Okay. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay.
We also meet Derek from Glenfield?
It's Glenfield.
G Field?
Sully. Yeah, it's G Field. G Field. Who you calling a Sully?
David
Yeah.
Van Horn killed this. This was a great side character. This like white guy who's like, my people, where I'm raised, PI am proud. You know,
Yeah.
so he's like really down. I guess it's like white people if they were like Black Panthers or like some sort of like other. Yeah, it's funny to see him being so Samoan and all the Samoans being like, "Bro, shut up! Like
Yeah.
we don't rock with you."
Yeah.
Yeah. So we meet Derek and them, and they're talking about going to the uh Muddy Farmer and all this other stuff. Yeah, but that's how we meet
Irish
Tanya
pub.
and Derek.
Right. And you kind of get a glimpse, like at that, like you kind of get a glimpse of Tanya and Albert's little relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like a glimpse into their friendship and how like you already see it from their interaction. Like, oh yeah, those two are gonna get together. You already see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Stanley's telling like, oh, the boys need to find girlfriends to go to the wedding, and Tanya's got this like little smile, and you're dealing with this how Albert
Exactly.
because she knows that he's like not he's like a shy guy,
Yep.
and he's like, I'm a panther ready
Yeah.
to pounce, and then they do this like little nerdy back and forth rawr,
Yeah.
where they're making sounds at each other, and Stanley's the only one that sees that it's weird, but
Yeah.
that shows just how on the same level and the same humor that they find. So definitely like a connection that needs to be made.
Exactly. All right. So from there, they meet up with Michael and oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so from Albert's office, they cut to Michael chatting it up with another white woman in his life in his freaking Rolodex.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That he met up with, trying to convince her to come to come to the wedding with him, and then she denies it too, saying that we don't have that kind of relationship. And then it starts dawning on you as like the audience member and him that like, you know, he has a huge problem with commitment. You know what I'm saying? He all he does is just chat up all these women and just be out smashing. You know what I'm saying? So
they only see him though. They're telling him like I don't see a commitment thing with you. Our relationship is sex.
Yep,
like you are my sex thing. That's what this relationship is. Why would I go to your family's wedding, Michael? We don't have that sort of relationship. And he's finding out that he's just like a sex object.
Right.
And all of these scenes where Michael asks one of these white women that he's been sleeping with to go to the wedding with him, it's the same scene, different location. It's just we don't have that relationship. All we do is sex. Okay, right. I don't want to go to your wedding. And he finds that out and really has to deal with that.
Yeah. I'm not just a dick, you know.
I'm a man with a dick.
Yeah.
A man with a dick and feelings.
Yeah. And feelings. All right. So after Michael learns that about himself and, you know, whatever, it cuts to, where does it cut to, bro? Oh, it cuts to Sepha's house. And Paul, Sepha's cousin, is over there with Leilani, helping her sort through something. And you know, Sepha is the one with the girlfriend. You know, he has Leilani with her, with him. So, you know, he thinks he's in the clear. You know, he's good to be in the wedding because him and Leilani are together. Right. But then you see, you know, the cracks in their relationship. You know what I'm saying? You see how inattentive he really is to her and her needs, how much she truly how much she really does for him, you know what I'm saying, and how much he just takes her for granted, you know what I'm saying, in this short scene.
Sorry.
What? No, go ahead.
Leilani, played by Tawila Blakely, and Sepha, played by Shimpal Lelisi. They also starred in like the Monsters This Is Love featuring J Boog video. They were like the love couple, the love interest in that music video. But I don't know if they've worked together in other stuff before or if they've like been in a relationship. It seemed like like comfortable acting partnership.
Yeah, they have great chemistry for sure. Yeah, I truly believe that they've like been together for years. Yeah, they pull it off really well.
And then cousin Paul or
Polo.
Played by David Fonte, also of the Naked Samoans, one of the OG members with Oscar Kightley. He's like the moral compass, you know, for the whole movie, for the group, right. And yeah, for the whole movie. He definitely tries to help people through their issues as they come up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think he's the him and look. This is never mentioned in the movie, but I think they work at the market because
Who?
in Bolo
Oh,
and
yes, yes, yes. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about with the
Cefa,
car. Chef.
because they had that truck and they had like a bunch of like I don't know stuff
Like
that looked like it
produce.
was
Yeah,
going to the market, right? So I'm
right.
like,
Yeah.
well, they didn't buy all that, but it's never mentioned about in the movie. But
Yeah,
in
that's a
this
great way
scene,
to show what they do. What?
uh, he's like, "Who's Paul? All I see
Yeah.
is Polo."
Yeah.
She's like, "Guy, your cousin who does all the work while you pretend to be the man." And I was
Yeah,
like,
all those
"What
pass
work?"
ooh. Ooh.
uh,
Ooh. All those passive aggressive snipes like that, bro. Like, oh man. And he just brushes them off, bro.
yeah.
He's just like, yeah, well, whatever, man. That's our one man thing.
Yeah, that's what
You
we
don't know
do.
nothing.
Moving
That's what we
on.
do. Exactly, bro.
You can see that she's like mad at him and like wants him to be more, but he's okay with what we're doing right here. This is fine with
Exactly.
me. Let's just keep this going. I'm gonna go out and drink all the time. I'm gonna come home late. You'll be mad, but
Yep.
we actually do love each other. I'm a super charming guy. You're my girl, and
Yep.
eventually it'll go back to me being able to charm you. Talking about our first date. You remember when we
Man.
went the moonlight, got freaky
Yeah.
on the back of your brother's ute?
Yeah.
I never seen anything look more beautiful in that light.
Oh
Oh!
my god, this guy, bro. Okay, player,
She
bro.
kisses him goodbye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they head out. But yeah, that definitely is. You can start to see that's a dynamic that's been reoccurring in their relationship. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna disappoint her, and then eventually she's gonna forgive him. Disappoint, forgive,
Right.
until it's too much.
Yeah. So then
Uh,
from there they meet you meet Stanley at Custer Stanley. And is this when he's in front of the graffiti wall, right?
yeah,
Like the mural?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's standing there by himself randomly. Because again, Stanley has no job and he's crazy. Brad's weird.
I
But
know,
hilarious.
no, he's there to meet up.
Oh, right. I'm tripping. Okay, yeah. No, well, that is a kind of a random place to meet up.
Yeah,
But yeah, he is.
I'll meet
So
you behind the graffiti wall, girl.
come on, girl. Okay, so he's over there. He's over there at the graffiti wall to meet up with somebody from the party line.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And it shows throughout the movie that Stanley's really the only one getting some. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now that you
Oh,
think
good
about it, like,
point.
you know what I'm saying? Like, Stanley may not be like he hasn't found he hasn't found Latifah, but he's out here smashing, bro. Like he's out here pulling a Michael, but his situation is just crazy. So he's over there at the mural and he's meeting up with somebody from the party line. And it's so funny when like when it's Stanley, right?
Mm.
And whenever he sees someone that he's about to meet, any girl, like it's just a fantasy, right? Like this
Yeah.
fantasy setting, like it's not even the girl
Ooh, good
that's, you
point.
know what I'm saying? Like it just shows how much of a fantasy that Stanley lives in his head all the time.
On
So
that
then
party
once
line.
yeah, exactly. On the party line. I think just in life in general, because like we've established, he really has no job. He lives in what looks like a shack. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? I guess he
It's all
like does.
graffitied. There's like
Yeah,
hundreds of like vinyl records. Like
yeah. He's
it's
definitely
very
like a
small.
yeah. He's definitely like he's like a dreamer or something. Like I don't know. He's
Yeah.
definitely a dreamer. He thinks outside the box. So he's over there meeting up with a girl from the party line, and he sees someone who doesn't match the fantasy that's in his mind. It's size 14. Who he calls size
Tyreek?
14.
Aaliyah?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Potty J, you said you was 6'6". You said you was size 14. I am. Oh, your
Your
feet, baby.
baby. Yeah.
Bro.
Bro. And after them sniping at each other, they just look at each other like,
Yep. Are we gonna do this?
yeah, so what's up then? And then
Yeah.
they go from there, and then they do what they do. You know what I'm saying?
What is the song that's playing? They don't know, Savage and Arana.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. And
Oh yeah,
that
they don't know, bro.
they don't know. Oh no,
Yeah.
they don't even know.
Yeah.
It transitions with playing that song through the streets of New Zealand as we find out that Michael is a courier. He
Mm.
rides a bike and delivers things in the city. Yeah, so he is going to another downtown office woman that he slept with.
Right.
And whoa, yeah, and that's where he's like more than just a dick,
Right.
Just an office girl elevator. Yeah, that's the one. And then we
yeah.
from there, he's finding out that he's not that guy, right? They're just there for sex. We go back to Albert's office where there's like after work drinks. I think these are Friday drinks or something.
Yeah.
Where everybody thinks that they work there because they come every Friday.
Yeah, that's so funny. Like they know everybody's name in that office.
Yeah. Stanley's there, Michael's there, Sepha's there. None of those guys work there, but they go so often that they're cheersing. Andy, Linda, Helen, cheers, and they're like, "Oh, hi, Sepha." Yeah. Free beer, so definitely they're down to go. Stanley tells him about the Sasquatch that he sees. Tanya overhears. Albert says Tanya's like one of the boys, don't worry about her, she's cool. Derek and them show up again, right? Or Derek and his friends from the claims department, his crew.
Yep.
Hey,
trying to go to the Muddy Farmer.
Hey,
the Muddy Farmer free drinks.
Hey, Friday night, just got paid. What's your frequency, baby? I'm like, no, get this freaking guy out of here.
Yeah,
me and my friends going to Muddy Farmer tonight. And she's like, oh, hey, free beer at the Muddy Farmer. You guys trying to go? She's always trying to get Albert to come along, right? Come on, Albert, you want to go to this thing? Albert's like, yeah, no, maybe later. I got to go.
Take a damn hint, Albert. Fuck.
Oh, my God. What a dummy, bro.
Yo, what?
He's got to go shopping before they can go to the Muddy Farmer.
Right.
Shopping for a honey.
Damn.
They go to this tattoo leather shop, whatever apparel stuff, where he's about to ask this girl at the counter, but chicken's out. He can't do it. He instead buys a pair of boots.
Yeah.
They all know it was a waste of time, so they head down to the Muddy Farmer for those free drinks. And there again, Tanya's trying to ask, Albert, you want to, try to go dance or something?
Yeah, and he's just like, no, he's just so disappointed by his no act, his the shit that he didn't pull off over there at the tattoo shop.
Oh, she asked him, how did your shopping for a honey goes? And he said it didn't work. And she's like, well, then what are you going to do for the wedding then? Kind of like, here, let's talk about who you're going to take to the wedding, Albert.
Yeah.
Right? Trying to push that conversation along. And he's like, I don't know. Do you have any suggestions? And she's about to, this fucking guy. And she's probably about to just ask him right there, like, and just freaking blurt it out and just be like, me, you idiot.
Yeah, for real.
But D Rizzle, Derek comes up and he's like, hey, Tanya, me, you, dance floor. Let's get out there. He sees Oscar trying to take Albert trying to take his girl. So he gets her on the dance floor. She does this shoulder thing. She's like, she does the shoulder thing the whole time. Like even later in the movie too. But she's looking at Albert like, hey,
straight into his eyes like,
take the hint, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
But he can't. So does he have her in the friend zone?
Oh, that's a good question. I think he definitely has her in the friend zone.
He's not even thinking like,
I don't even.
But
think,
he likes
he has
her.
Man, what? He's just too nervous. But man, is that the outright friend zone? Because he definitely likes her. Can you still be in the friend zone if somebody like you, bruh?
I mean, if you're not like acting on it, maybe, and you're keeping them there in that spot. But I mean. So. We're going to find out a little bit more about this, but you start to see this guy is too nervous to actually talk to any women, even one that he works with in a capacity that like she likes him, he likes her. He can't even make that like actual connection. So that's definitely something he's struggling with. And if you're struggling with that in a relationship, you're probably going to continue. You got to be able to say something, freaking talk, communicate.
Yeah, you better talk to him, Lance. You better let him know how it goes, man.
Let him know. Yeah. After that night at the Muddy Farmer, Sepha heads home. Lonnie is awake. He tries to sneak in the room. She turns the light on. He turns it off. Save the power, babe. She turns it back on. And she's like, "Hey, you ass, you were gone all night. What happened?" He was like, "Oh, the boys made me do it, you know." He starts
Yeah.
making
They're
jokes
all
with her, being
depressed. They're all
funny.
depressed. They're
Yeah,
all
because
depressed. They can't
yeah,
find any girlfriends for the wedding.
like you've got someone to go with. I
Yeah.
do, Leilani, my beautiful
Beautiful
honey.
honey. A flower from heaven.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah,
talking to
bro.
her, trying to chat her up, trying to get past
Mhm.
another cycle for him. Right, he messed up, and
Mhm.
now he's got to sweet talk her until she forgives him.
Mhm.
He drunkenly like falls on the floor
Yeah.
before Michael opens the door, and he's like, "Hey, Lons, we can't find the eggs," so she has to
Yeah.
go and like make breakfast for them.
Mhm.
Uh, she makes breakfast for those three, but when Sepha comes back out, his food does not get any. I mean, his plate does not get any food on it. All
Yep.
the boys have food as she puts it on their plate, and then she throws the frying pan
Oh,
uh,
I'm getting
in the sink.
breakfast in bed. I'm getting
Oh, okay.
breakfast in bed. Yeah.
they're all messing with them, play around.
Yeah,
But you start
Albert
to
trying to.
see that. Oh yeah. I feel like that wasn't scripted. Like that was like actually the naked Samoans messing around and doing it. You see the other
Ah,
guys like
okay.
really laughing and
Yeah,
like
that's true.
just.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah.
it was probably
That's a good
shout
point.
out to Shimpal Lelisi for not cracking during that scene because the other
For
guys
real.
got to laugh, but he stayed in character and really got it out.
Mm-hmm.
They're at the basketball court.
Mm-hmm.
Michael's talking to a white girl on a Sony Ericsson flip phone.
How
It's a
crazy,
video call.
bro? How crazy is that, bro? To see that, man. I don't think I ever made a video call ever on a flip phone, bro.
Yo, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure that was like a promotional thing that they did. Like,
Ah,
let's get some free phones, let's do this. But it probably was just market that the Sony Ericsson could make video calls. It was
mm-hmm.
super pixelated, right? So
Yeah.
like, but that's still cutting edge for 17 years ago. That's
Hey,
like,
what?
holy crap! Look, they're freaking talking. They're FaceTiming. Yeah, when we were in freaking elementary or middle
For
school.
real. Flip timing?
Flip timing.
Flip timing.
Also, the boys are terrible at basketball. A lot of
Yeah.
basketball court scenes, no makes. The ball does
Bro,
not go in the hoop at all.
just one person makes a shot. Just
Oh,
one of
okay.
them makes, yeah, one of them makes a shot. But also, when that fool gets done talking to the girl on the phone, and he takes his jacket off and he does that crazy move, he doesn't even look at the ball, bro. He just bumps it up. Oh, that shit was hilarious, bro. But
Tearaway shirt, suit, whatever.
man, all right. So from there, after that,
This is where we
after
start to
that,
see some of the crumbling actually happen.
yeah, between Sepha and Leilani, and it
Mhm.
shows what we were saying earlier with Sepha and his player ways. He actually kind of is like a player. He be chatting up everybody in there. So they're over there at the bar drinking again, and Leilani is back in there with her girls, and they're all chopping it up. Leilani's getting after Sepha again, and then that's when you see these two hussies just come up, just trying to talk to, you know what I'm saying? these two girls try to come
Yeah.
and talk to Sepha because Sepha's been, like, hey, let's go grab a smoke. We can go grab a smoke later or whatever. But then Lon shows up.
Right.
Then
She shows up like it's a surprise to Sepha that she's there with her friends.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
So as they're talking mess or whatever, and then Leilani and her girls walk away, and the blonde girl that Leilani was talking mess to pipes up and was like, "Who was that?" And then that's when Sepha says, "Oh, that's my cousin." Boom! Action shot. Zoom in on Leilani and her face as she turns around and looks at him like, "Oh, this mother."
Definitely still within earshot when you said that. And she's
Exactly.
like, "Oh, whoa,
Yo, and
I'm your beautiful honey from heaven."
Yo,
But if
what?
some random hussy wants to ask you, like, "Oh, like who is that girl?" Oh, you just gonna give her? Oh, it's just my cousin. That's not my girl.
Bro, she didn't even look angry. She looked so sad, bro. She
Hurt.
looked so, bro, sad and hurt and rejected, bro. So I was like, oh yeah, Sepha done effed up. So
Mhm.
from the bar, they cut to, that's when they go back to Sepha's house to drop him off, right?
Yeah. All the
Yeah,
boys are there.
yeah, all the boys are there. They go over to his house to drop him off and maybe get like a late night feed from Lonnie again. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh.
He's saying she's gonna feed us. She'll cook us a feed. You'll see the
Exactly.
entitlement.
Boom.
After you fucking did what you did?
Come on,
Seriously?
bro. You know what I'm saying?
That
Yeah,
doesn't
I
make sense.
like definitely like throughout the movie, like Cepha was the one I hated the most. You know,
I'm
like he
actually
was the
marking that down as minus points.
yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So they head back to Cepha's house expecting a feed from Lonnie, and they go in. It's dark. It's dark. Is that when they see Polo, or they turn the light
Yeah.
on and then okay, so they see Polo is on the ground and they turn the light on, and then Polo is there. What was he doing on the ground?
He's reading a book.
He's just reading a book
Reading a
in the
book and
dark.
waiting.
Yeah, and waiting for waiting to comfort Cepha after he hears the news of Lonnie moving out
Yeah.
because of his actions at the bar.
And he narrates it. It's like, of course, the makeup sex was good on occasion,
Yeah,
but ultimately it wasn't enough, and it led to tonight's revelation that you were nicer to bimbo bitches
Yeah.
than you are to her. How do you know all this? She told me when I helped her move out.
You helped her move out.
She needed a van.
Yeah.
It's my
Your
van.
You use my van. Yeah, bro.
Whose friend are you, Bolo? I'm your
Oh,
cousin.
I'm your
And my
cousin.
name is Paul.
It's Polo.
Yo,
Yeah,
sadness, right? Now it's like the only one with a girlfriend has finally lost it and deserved to, actually. So now now there's mounting setbacks that are happening. Nothing has gone according to plan so far.
Yep.
In the journey to find girlfriends for this wedding, and we find out that it's only like a week or two away.
Right.
At this
I
point.
know. Yeah. How fast everything happened. You know what I'm saying? Like from the meeting with the minister, that was literally just a day until all of that. I think that was only like a month
Yo,
altogether. That might have been just like a month, maybe like 3 weeks or something.
yeah, it's not a lot of time that is passing. So it actually does ramp up some of the urgency.
Right.
But it doesn't look like there's too much downtime. The boys are all trying to make things work because there is this wedding looming coming up. And then we start to escalate. Some of the, like, now we're seeing all these problems. The boys are going to have to figure stuff out. And we're also going to get another character arriving here soon. We're in Albert's dining room, and he's talking to his mom. And she says to him, bro, Albert's mom wants him to fuck.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, straight up.
Hey, I wouldn't mind if you brought a girl home. And he's like, Mom,
yeah,
I respect women. And she looks so disappointed. She's just so sad. She's like, damn, my son ain't gonna never bring home a girl. I'm never gonna have no grandkids.
Man.
He's like 34.
Yeah. Exactly. So
you see that.
And the shot, like that shot of them in the dining room, eating, eating like that when it has the fly flying around. I was like,
what?
dude. Yeah, it has a fly flying around. Yeah, right, perfect as hell, bro. I was like, oh yeah, this looks like Samuel right here. You over here eating with your family and the fly flies around. Yeah, bro, that's hilarious.
And Albert's starting to cave, right? He can't find himself a honey to take to the wedding, so he's like, Mom, would you like to go to Sione's wedding with me? She's like, aren't you meant to take a girl?
It's not exactly working out.
Yeah. Well, your cousin is coming from Samoa, so maybe you can take her.
Right.
All right. So now he's like, he looks sad. He's like, oh, I got to take a Samoan girl. Ugh.
Yeah.
Fix your face, Albert. You can't talk to women, ass. Get out of here.
Yeah. Exactly. So from there, Polo and Cepha are in the van, and they're on their way to Lonnie's house. So Cepha can hash it out with Lonnie. Paul's over there encouraging him, being helpful as ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, get your shit together and go talk to her, bro. Tell her exactly how you feel and fix this up.
That's such a great shot too while they're going, because it's just like in back of them in the van, and then the van does that one shot and drives all the way up to the house for like 45 seconds. So it's like a real dope scene. But also he's telling him the whole time, you gotta talk to her. You can do this. Freaking tell her you'll get help for your drinking problem. All this, good cousin stuff. But he
Exactly.
freaking Sepha goes up to the door.
Brushing him off. I was like, that shit pissed me off. I was like, bro, he's trying to help your dumb ass. Whatever. All right, so he goes up to the door.
Sepha's up at the door. He's knocking on Leilani's door.
Mm-hmm.
Her little brother opens the door. Her big brother comes out. They're all giving him shit.
Yeah.
But when Leilani finally comes out, Sepha says, I miss you heaps already, and I can change. I can try to change. I love you. Or, well, I think he says I love you as she closed the door. But
wait. No. I think he says I love you, and then that's when she's like, is that it?
That's all you got?
That's all you got, Sepha?
Yeah. And then she says whatever, slams the door in his face. So it's not going to be that easy. You're not just going to be able to talk your way into this one. It looks like she's really over it. Exactly. And as these things continue to not go for plan, we're back on the basketball court, and the boys are now fighting. They're like mad at each other. They're playing 2-on-2 versus each other, but they're like throwing the ball at each other. They're yelling. They're not playing ball. They're like, mad at a bunch of stuff. And then Michael realizes
taking it out on each other.
Yeah.
All of it.
Do I look like Leilani? Is my name Leilani?
Ooh.
The hell does that mean, Stan? Is my name Leilani? Yeah. No. So stop taking your frustrations out on me.
Ooh.
Like, what the hell? And then Michael jumps in. He's like, yo, I know why we're like this, okay? We're just upset that we can't find dates to the wedding. And so they say, fuck it. And they go out, Duckrockers again, and they go drink. Let's go drink at Michael's house. And they're all just like freaking t-shirts on heads, just Stella Artois being popped open, green bottle
frat
party.
Boy shit, bro. 30 years old. Frat boy stuff, man.
Yo,
Hilarious.
Just rolling all over each other, just trying to get drunk. Fuck it. We're going to deal with the problem later. We're just going to be drunk today. Sione. Oh, Sione played by Pua Magasiva.
Rest in peace, yes.
He passed away. Man, we have the notes here, but he comes out and he's mad because these guys are supposed to be his friends, even his brother, his older brother, his best man. But they're just, getting drunk and effing off and not actually trying to do what needs to be done to attend this very special moment in Siona's life. So he goes in there and he like ukas them. He's like, oh,
straight up.
He's talking about Leilani leaving. It's like, I see you're handling that just well,
Yeah.
You're handling that just great. Really raining on the Duckrockers parade. And then Albert ends it. He's like, well, actually, I got someone to take to the wedding.
Yeah. And then they all laugh at bro, right? Yeah. They're like,
oh, actually, I've got someone to take to the wedding. Yo, that scene too, I think, is another like real naked Samoan scene where they're like just making fun of each other and laughing. But then we head back. We're reminded, right? He's gonna ask his cousin. So his cousin arrives from Samoa. I think his mom, Albert's mom, played by Anna Tuisila, who was also the grandma on Young Rock.
Oh shit.
And a bunch of other movies. She's been in TV movies. Long career, definitely. Shout out to her. I think she's the taxi driver. They have a taxi at their house, and they arrive in a taxi, but I think she's the one driving. So I think she supports them. Like, he works in the office and the mom works as a taxi driver.
Oh damn.
But they pull up to the house and Princess hops out. Princess is the cousin from Samoa. It is a how would you describe Princess?
Oh God. Freaking beautiful, bruh. Light-skinned Samoan girl with the say in her ear, you know what I'm saying? We've all seen that in Samoa. She had on a pule, right? Yeah, she had on the pule when she came out. But I remember Albert saying that, the last time they had seen her, it was maybe like 10 to 12 years prior. And she was like, the ugly duckling type stuff, you know what I'm saying? So when she
okay.
Yeah, so when she gets out of the car, everybody's surprised by how actually gorgeous she is, you know what I'm saying? And all of that. So, everybody's looking at Albert and everybody's looking at Albert and looking at her like, oh shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, what the feezy?
How's
So
this
then
gonna work?
yeah, so from there they they're having dinner in Albert's house, and then Michael just fucking does yeah, and then Michael's bitch. Oh, bro, when this part came on, I was like, dude, Michael is for real a whore, bro, because he really just came in and invited himself over for dinner just to get a look at Albert's cousin, bro. But it's like, bro, I thought you knew the assignment, bro. Like you
Mhm.
knew Albert was supposed to take Princess, but you was over here. I don't know, man.
So
Yeah,
yeah, definitely a demerit for Michael. But if you
yeah.
look like at Princess
Mm-hmm.
played by Mary Jane McKibben Schwenke. If
Mm.
I think she's a YouTube like a dance instructor, like
Oh
a
yeah, yeah.
Pasefika dance instructor on YouTube,
Okay.
or at least I see one of those videos. Um, but yeah, I get it. I get why Michael did that, right? Because Michael being who he is and
Mhm.
Princess looking like she does,
Yeah.
Michael felt like he had to be like, "Hello, I'd like to put my name in here, even though I know you're
Right.
assigned to my friend." Which
Yeah,
is
but
weird because he's also talking at the end like, "Oh, I'm his boy, you know. I keep,
yeah, he called him his best boy at the tattoo shop. Like, bruh, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But also, like, and it was another thing too, because throughout the whole movie, people would get on Michael for not dating Samoan women. So then Princess
right."
shows up. So Princess shows up, and now all of a sudden he's over there like, oh, who the hell is this?
I
You know
don't
what I'm
think
saying?
is Princess supposed to be full Samoan.
I don't know.
I
I
would
assume
assume that
so.
she was. I would assume that she was light skinned because she was like part
Like
white.
half, yeah, part,
Yeah.
yeah. I
So
mean, they
maybe
said that she
Michael's
grew
like,
up in
"Oh,
Samoa,
oh, okay, yeah, she grew up in Samoa."
but
She's
yeah,
like,
she's half
"Yeah,
though.
maybe if she's white, that appeals to Michael." Michael's like, "Oh, hello,
Oh,
here's a
hey, you
white
know
girl
what?
with brown hair."
Hey, that's fair. You know what? That's fair. Yep, that's
Maybe
right. Okay.
still shitty, but you definitely see him
Still shitty.
encroaching. The mom definitely notices what's going on.
Oh
She's
yeah.
throwing him shade the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Albert is just like very happy that Princess is pretty and
Yeah.
just like whatever.
Oblivious to what's going on outside of that. Yeah.
Michael over here laughing hella hard at these jokes that
Yep.
Princess is telling. Like, I, yeah, it felt weird.
Mm-hmm.
You could definitely tell people were realizing what he was doing.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here.
Yeah, bro. That yeah, demerit for Michael for sure, bro. That was nah.
And then the Princess Albert relationship moves right along. The next day, they go out for lunch.
Yep.
Um, but Tanya meets him in the lobby before Princess gets there, and she's like, "Are you ready to do our weird, nerdy weekly lunch date?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, damn, I forgot. I
Actually,
actually am trying to go do this sexy lunch date, uh, but maybe next week." And
mm-hmm.
Tanya sees it, and she's like, "Oh, damn, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you would take me to the wedding, but now I see you're taking this other girl out, so you're probably gonna take her." You know, she feels hurt.
Yep.
Michael, the courier, biking along, sees Albert and Princess having their biscuits or coffee or whatever.
Right.
And at this time, he goes to Albert's office. And he goes up and
Oh
he's talking to
yeah.
Tanya in the copy room. And he's
Yeah.
like, I've been trying to get a date, but I think I just need to do what my parents are telling me and just find, someone who's not a rich, white, hunky, entitled, sexually liberated woman. I need to find myself a nice island girl. And Tanya's like listening to him, being sympathetic to him, just like, "Oh, that's nice, Michael, try." And then he's
Do
like,
you do you want to go to the wedding with me? Like
she's like,
what?
"I'm the type of girl. You're exactly the type of chick that I should ask." Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm not rich, not white, and not sexually free. You
Mm.
boys are useless.
Yeah.
And then she says,
Yeah, bro.
"Sorry, there's somebody else," right? Because she likes Albert.
Albert, yes.
And Michael's like, "No problem, that's cool."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this fucker goes and asks Tanya. He's like, "Oh, do you want to go with me? You want to be my
Yeah,
girlfriend?"
bro. Yeah, Michael needs to chill the hell out with that shit, bro. He needed to chill.
We then find out right after that Princess and Albert had their lunch, but they're back at the office now, right? Albert and
Right.
Tanya,
Mm-hmm.
and they're talking about the lunch date and how it went. Tanya's trying to get some information. Albert's like, "I think she likes me." Tanya says, "There's a lot about you to like," and
Mm-hmm.
then
Motherfucker.
he tells
Hello.
her, "I think I'm gonna take her to the wedding." And then we get another shot of Tanya being sad that her love is unrequited. Is that it?
Yeah.
Like not
Unrequited.
unrequited?
Unrequited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not being returned by
Mm-hmm.
this guy who she thinks is great.
Right.
Uh, where are we at?
Let's see. Drink.
Cookout.
Oh, right, the cookout.
The
Okay.
cookout scene. The
Yeah.
let's go and cut your hand or your leg or
Yeah, the
something in the
leg.
plantation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep.
Was this like a party or something?
I forget what they were celebrating for and whose house even it was. Was it Albert's? Because Princess was there.
Well, this is so. Also, I forgot to mention this. When Sione came and yelled at them for drinking and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
this is the week of the wedding now because he
Oh,
mentions
right.
you guys aren't even going to come to my wedding this weekend if you keep acting like this, right? So we're
Right.
within days of the
Mm-hmm.
wedding happening, right? So this is maybe this is something to do with the wedding. Maybe this is like a wedding cookout or
Right.
some other party, whatever. There's a big gathering, lots of people.
Yep.
Eventually, they need some taro leaves, banana leaves,
Yeah, yeah.
something from the plantation. So they go. Alberts and Michael
Mm-hmm.
follow Princess into this little almanga they got on the side there in
Mm-hmm.
the backyard, um, and are going to cut some stuff. Albert gets called into the house by
Mm-hmm.
his mom or
Mom?
something,
Yep.
and now Princess and Michael are left alone together, where some
Right.
very intense flirting,
Right.
some thigh rubbing happens.
Right. The
Uh,
tension is thick in the air.
Oh,
You know what I'm
oh my God.
saying?
Yo, definitely one of those scenes where you're like, yeah, sexual tension, cut it with a knife, definitely
Right.
there. You can
Yep.
feel it.
They just might
Uh,
fuck right there.
oh, they're about to kiss.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. That's right.
Stanley, the angel that he is.
Mm-hmm.
He hops in. He has a message or something.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but he breaks
Nothing
it up.
happened though. Yeah, nothing happened
Yeah,
though. They didn't technically they didn't kiss. They didn't do nothing. But
yeah.
by the end, Michael was putting his shirt back on, so it looked.
It's like he
Yeah,
got a cut on his leg, took off his
yeah.
shirt as to like hold it instead of her ear or something. But he comes out shirtless. Stanley
Mm-hmm.
makes a joke. He's like, "I cut my hand. You want to suck this? Come here."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's
help me out.
right. Yeah, that's right.
Fucking weirdo.
Yeah, Stanley is shameless. All right, so so from there it cuts to the boys at the club, right? They take Princess out, show her a good time, right?
Yeah,
And then from there
Leilani and
they
them are there
yeah, they see Lonnie and her homies and shit.
getting
And
drunk.
they're yeah, get drunk and turnt, and they're all like, I think that Sepha's over there. It shows his insecurity, right? It shows how insecure he really was. He's like, yeah, I know they over there talking shit about me, man.
Mm-hmm.
I know they over there talking shit, but then it cuts to
Stan.
them, and they're yes, yeah, and it actually cuts to the girls, and they're actually talking shit about Princess. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, oh, exactly. They're looking at Princess like she thinks she's all that, and
Hmm.
Sepha's like, "Oh, look, they're talking shit about me." And Stan's like, "Laugh, bro." He's like,
Yeah,
"What? Laugh, laugh where she wins."
yeah,
Having a good time over here. And then they just start sculling back shots. Manuia
hmm
shot. What are we drinking to? More shots, getting
yeah,
turned. Princess can drink. These other guys cannot.
yeah,
Especially Albert, who gets way too drunk, and they end up
yeah.
having to take him home. They get him loaded up into a taxi. Okay. Who does that? Michael and Princess take Albert in a taxi. They
Yes.
tell Stan to stay with Sepha, but Stan is drunk. He walks off. Sepha is drunk in the club, trying to talk to Leilani, tell her all sorts
Right.
of stuff, like, please,
Hmm.
I'm so sorry. And she's like, just get away.
Yeah.
You're not,
Leave me
this is
alone.
not it.
That's right.
Freaking Albert's out here spewing, just throwing up hella.
Hmm.
And Princess is over here grabbing some thighs. She's over here trying to feel up Michael.
Hmm.
And Michael, to his credit, yay, no, stop. I gotta go help my boy. He gets out. He's gonna
Exactly.
go help his friend. So there is a lot of resistance, right? Even though
Hmm.
he started it, he showed up to dinner. When she actually starts making moves on Michael,
Right.
he's like, nah, we can't do this.
Yep.
Yeah, puking. The next day, Stan and Michael are playing ball, and he's like, I don't know what to do. Like, what do you do if some girl is your boys, but she likes you, she's coming on to you, and Stan's just be loyal, man.
Yeah.
Just
Just
come
be
on, just
loyal.
stop. That's your friend. That's your freaking mate. And
Hmm.
he's like, I don't know, this girl's so hot. And he's like, basically, stop thinking with your dick, right? And
Yeah.
just your heart in your head. Like, this is your friend.
Yeah.
at least talk to him about it. But they're
It's like reinforcing the idea that you're just a dick, Michael. What the fuck? Think, man. God damn.
exactly.
Be a homie to your homies, man. And just to go back to the basketball thing, that's when Michael, one of the Duckrockers finally makes a damn shot. He made a shot at the basketball court. So when he makes the shot, I'm just like, what the fuck does this mean? I feel like there's in that. Because he's the only one who makes a shot, and I'm like, oh, bruh's about to fuck Princess.
Oh,
You know
shoot your
saying?
shot.
Bro,
You said he was
literally.
going to shoot his shot and he was going to make it.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
You see these things, Marcus.
Come
You
on,
see
bro.
these things.
Come on,
wow.
Roger
The one
Ebert,
shot,
bro.
the one shot that they made was when Michael was like, you know what, I'm going to sleep with that girl.
Exactly.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
How crazy is that?
That is nice. I like that. That's
Yeah.
we then transition. We're next to a car. Stanley is on top of a hill and he sees another beautiful model walking up to him. The music is playing. It's super romance. Like it's coming up. She comes up to him. And it's quickly shattered when we find out that it's actually Leilani, Sepha's girlfriend, and she is crying. She is crying so hard. She needs a ride home. Can you please give her a ride home? And even before she goes in the car, she just hugs him and is crying. And he's holding her there for a second before he loads her up into the car. Not really sure. That was super confusing.
Yeah.
But when they go to, they cut back to Michael's house, where Stan is now telling Sepha, you got to go get checked because she told me that she just came from the clinic and she was crying hella hard. The only thing that she would say that I could get out of her was that she just came from the clinic. So you better go get yourself checked, bro.
Yeah.
It's like some sort of sexual disease that she has that you know
that
you probably gave her.
Good intentions, Stanley, but wrong move. Yeah, you didn't have all the information, bro. Yeah, he fucked up with that. But yeah, so he was trying to be a good mate. Yeah, he was trying to be a good mate to the homie Sepha. You know, he tells him to go get checked. You know, and then that's when Sepha is just fucking incensed, right, bruh? Is pissed, like he just, you know what I'm saying? So it cuts to him going back to Lonnie's house after he visits the clinic. After he went and got tested.
Yep.
Yeah, so he, you know, it doesn't show him getting tested or whatever, but it just cuts to him going to Lonnie's house to confront her, you know, and she opens the door and she's still, you know, eyes are still teary, you know, they're puffy. She's still been crying, you know, and Sepha is over there just going off like, you know, I heard you went to the clinic. Stanley saw you. He dropped you off, and he said that you were just coming from the clinic. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with what? No. So what? I had to go to the clinic to get tested. Do I have STDs? The STDs? You know, just going off, bro.
Someone just put a needle up my dick.
Someone just put a needle on my dick.
For what? She's like, for what? For the STD that I didn't give you. She's like, what STD? It's like, it's the one you told Stan you at the clinic.
Just honestly confused as all hell, of course, because you got the wrong information, man.
Yeah.
So after going through all that, that's when Lonnie reveals that she is in fact pregnant.
The family planning clinic.
The family planning clinic, Sepha.
Yeah.
And that's when his whole world is just like, oh, that's when it finally that's the part where finally like Sepha, it finally gets into his head like, okay, you know, I'm emotionally immature. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you kind of see it from there. Like Sepha kind of like he goes down like almost not a downfall, but like slippery slope almost. You know what I'm saying? Like he's very in his feelings, very depressed about the shit. So, but not
about being
way.
The dad.
I don't know about being a dad, but well, maybe. Yeah. Actually, yeah, you're right. It is about being a dad because they make a joke later on. They're like, oh, yeah, Sepha's life is ruined. He's about to have a kid. I was like, damn, bro. Okay. So they had the pregnancy reveal. And then from there, where did they go from there? Oh, yeah. Right. So after that, right, after Sepha and Lonnie get into it, it cuts to Michael making a delivery to to somebody at this ratty motel.
That's a ratty motel.
That shit looked ratty as hell from what I can remember, bro. Like that shit looked ratty as hell. And it was some kind of mysterious ass delivery. And he goes to the address, he goes to the room, he opens it up, and he finds Princess in there. finds Princess in there, and she's not just in there, bro. She's naked as hell. Just
naked on the bed.
Naked on the bed, just waiting for him. Like, she set up this entire thing just to get him to come down and, you know what I'm saying? And do what they need to do. And Michael is doing his best. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his best to be like, be a loyal friend, do what you need to do.
He fights it off like 2 or 3 more times.
Yep, exactly. Yep. But then that's when Princess, it shows who Princess really is. Like, hey, you know, what did she say about Albert? She was like,
Albert needs to like come to reality or something like that.
Albert needs to figure it out for himself. That, you know, she was saying, like, you know, he's nice. He's very nice, but, you know, he's not you, or whatever it is that she says. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's just really throwing it out there that she's just trying to fuck this fool Michael. You know what I'm saying?
I can't do this. That's not what your shorts are saying.
You know, like, that's right. Yeah, shit.
Eventually, he caves.
Yeah, he takes
right. He's about to turn off. Takes his helmet off. Does what he has to do, and then you're like, you feel bad, right? We're like, oh damn. Michael caved. He's not the perfect friend. Right. This is like betrayal of Albert. Cepha is thrown into this crazy world where he's the dad. He's going to be a dad. Stanley still can't connect with the girl he's been looking for. So it does feel like a lot of things are just swirling out of control. And then we hit this mirror montage scene. Nesian Mystics Brothers is playing, and we just like, we're watching each of the 4 Duckrockers getting dressed to go to Sione's bachelor party, like his stag, and they're each staring into the mirror, like really looking at themselves, having to deal with the man in the mirror. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're like, freaking Stan is like, I don't know, am I ever gonna find her? Albert, Princess leaves, and he's like, yeah, I've got my girl. Cepha is buttoning his shirt up real slow, thinking about how he's gonna be a dad and what this all changes for his life. Michael is feeling terrible about what he did that afternoon. We're assuming.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. It did happen that same day.
Because the marker is still there. So it's probably that same day. But they head to the club for this party. Savage's Swing is playing.
Oh shit, shake that ass up like Egyptian.
Swing. Yeah, that song went hard. Soulja Boy did a remix on that song.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Get out the way.
Yeah.
There's a big party going on in the lobby. All the boys come together. Cousin Polo comes and hugs Cepha. He's so happy to hear the news. He thinks this baby is going to be the rock that they need in their relationship. He hadn't told his other friends yet, so they find out. They dap him up, and they end up going upstairs talking about the wedding. And Albert's like super confident, right? Because he's got a girl, Princess, who he's going to take the wedding. So now he's like talking some shit. He's like, you guys are just jealous because you don't have a girl, right? And now Stan's like, well, your girl is like fake. And he's like, what is that supposed to mean? He's like, nothing, I'm drunk, shutting up. And Michael finally has had enough. And he tells him, he's like, well, then why did your girl fuck me this afternoon in a motel? She called me over. Bitch. And he was like, shut up. And he's like, here, she signed my ass. And he he pulls his pants down, shows him his side. And Princess is written in black Sharpie on him. And Albert's like, what? You did that to my girl.
Yeah. First off, bro, did you not? Yeah, she ain't your girl. But also, what the fuck, Michael? Did you not take a shower? How did that shit not wash off your ass, bro? You just kept that shit on your ass? What the hell's wrong with you?
Put some tape over it before the shower.
Yeah, right.
You want to save it?
Yeah, for real. Oh, I know Albert's gonna brag about this, so I gotta keep this on my ass. I gotta show him, bro. Crazy. But yeah, so they get into the fight, you know. They get into the fight, and what didn't Stan get called out too for knowing? He knew
Stan's like, you know, actually, Albert, Michael did really good to hold out as long as he did.
You knew?
He's like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
This is yeah. They get kicked out of the club or they walk off.
Mm-hmm.
And as they're walking off, they're talking. You know, they're talking to each other, and they're like, "You're messed up for doing this." And eventually, they kind of forgive each other as they're eating burgers later.
Macas. They're over there at Macas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's the name of the place.
No, McDonald's. That's what they call
Macca's.
Macca's.
I thought it was. I thought it was. Not, I thought it was a burger place, but not McDonald's. I didn't know that it was actually Mickey D's.
I think so.
But they eventually are talking through it, and they're like, "Whatever, man." He's like, "I'm gonna take. Is it okay if I take Princess to the wedding?" And Albert's like, "Whatever."
Yeah.
And then Michael's like, "Oh, Stanley suggests, why don't you take Tanya from work, who you like?" And Michael mentions, well, I asked her and she said that there's somebody else. And Albert's like, is there anyone I like that you haven't asked?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shit. So you do like her. All right. So let's go and ask her. They go to meet her at the Muddy Farmer. They park and they're talking, well, you know, we do like the same things. And I do feel comfortable when I'm around her. And, you know, she understands me. We understand each other. Derek and his crew hop out of their car and there's a face-off in the parking lot.
G-Field has shown up to play, bro. They're about to get down with the Duckrockers in the parking lot, man.
This fool wearing a camouflage sweatsuit with one leg up, freaking Fat Farm shoes.
Didn't he have a do-rag on?
Do-rag.
Yeah, that's right.
He's like, what are you doing here, Albert? He's like, I'm here to talk to Tanya. He's like, why are you trying to talk to my girl? She's like, she's not your girl, and you need to stop being a fake gangster. They ended up fighting. Stan, it's 4-on-4, but Stan gets out of it.
Yeah.
Michael takes on two guys. Stan goes inside, starts breakdancing inside the Muddy Farmer. He runs into Tanya. Hey, these guys are outside fighting about you. She goes outside. They're on the floor. They eventually talk it up. This is what pisses me off, though. He doesn't even ask her out. Even after all this, they get stood up. She's like, well, what's going on?
Right. Yeah.
He's like,
yeah, and then the boys they fucking ask her.
They have to ask her. Yeah, they're on the side like, he's too scared to tell you he likes you. And he wants to ask you to the wedding. And even before that, Derek gets to lay down one of the worst insults of all time. He's not a Uso, he's a Wuso. He's a Wuso, not a Uso. Oh my God. This guy, he a Wuso. He can't put the words together to ask the girl. So the guys eventually ask, and Tanya's like, is that right? Do you want to ask me? And before he can say yes, a cop shows up and starts.
It wasn't even a cop, it was freaking security guard. Just giving him a hard time.
He's smacking the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Oh, Stanley's phone rings.
Oh man! And then that's when he hits that. Oh wait. Yeah. That's right. That's when the security
Latifah is on the line, and she's like, "Hey, Tyreek, it's Latifah. Let's meet up. It's time. You know, this is where let's do it." He's running away from the cop. He's like, "I gotta make this call."
Yeah.
This is the girl I've been waiting for this whole movie. I need her. I need to go to the wedding tomorrow. Come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, he ends up smacking the phone, or the phone gets smacked out, breaking. And then he beats everybody up and arrests them, and they end up in jail. They get bailed out the next day. Luckily, Leilani and Cousin Bolo are there to save them. Someone here to pick up the stupid drunk and his stupid friends. Leilani!
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
And they get loaded up into the back of the van. And now they're getting rushed to the church. But they're changing up, and as they get changed, Bolo's hitting as many speed bumps as possible just to fuck with them back there, just to mess with them. But they get to the church, they pop out the back, fully dressed. You know, everything, EFI Columbus, everything looks pressed. They get up to into the church steps, where we get like one of our final like resolution scenes, or at least the one of the most important ones, with the minister, Sione, Eugene are all there waiting on the steps, and one by one the boys come up and bring their dates for the wedding. We have
Cepha with Lonnie. We got Albert with Tanya. But it's funny that scene is funny because Princess is sitting there waiting.
Mhm.
You know, I forget. When I was watching it, I forgot that like Michael ended up being the one. Like, you know, Michael finally ended up being the one to take Princess and shit.
Mhm.
But like when she's standing there and it looks like Albert is gonna take her in, I was like, what the?
Right.
That was weird
You're
framing.
late.
I don't know. Yeah, you're late. What the fuck, bitch? I'm not even taking you. What the fuck? Whatever,
Exactly.
bitch. Like, you know what I mean?
Tanya steps up from behind the pillars.
Exactly, right there.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're like,
Yeah. So
yes, and then he goes to her.
yep,
Nice.
exactly. Great shot. So
Uh,
Albert
and
with Tanya,
then
and then Michael with Princess, and then Stan is
no
over there.
Latifah.
No Latifah. And he's just, you know, he's asked out. But then as he's about to get kicked out, he gets saved by Albert's mother.
Mm.
Albert's mother makes the save, and brings them into the wedding. And you know, the four boys made it. You know what I'm saying? They made it by, you know, the skin of their damn teeth. They made it into the damn wedding.
They
You know
made
what I'm
it.
Yeah, bro.
They
And it
all
was
got
cool.
in.
Yeah, man. And it was great to see Sione like showing love to Michael. Like, all right, cool, man. Finally, here's the ring, you know, for my best man.
Best
You know,
man
so
sits at the front.
exactly.
Yeah.
Best man sits at the front. Exactly. So they go in, you know, they don't show the wedding, you know, they go to the reception.
Mhm.
And from there, what is it, the wedding? The slow-mo? Oh man.
So they have
Oh my
the
God,
wedding
bro.
slow-mo shots where like just like the I think bouquet, them walking out of the church and stuff like
Right.
that, them standing around
Yes.
during the ceremony.
Mhm.
What is that song? At Ease, A
Mhm.
Life Without You? A Life With You?
I think A Life with You.
A Life With You
Mhm.
is playing. It's a really good song. It's really slow-mo, love, connection, marriage.
Right.
Yeah, and then we get to the reception where we're gonna be wrapping things up. Princess is like a hoe. I do
Yeah.
not say that lightly. Like
Yeah.
I do not, not in like a demeaning way. That's just what she is. She's got her
Yeah.
hand up some dude's thing, like leg,
Yeah.
and she's
Mhm.
trying to quote make friends.
Right. He's trying to. Yeah. She's rubbing that third leg. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
Michael sees that from like the head table, and he like takes her to the side. He's like, "What are you doing? I saw you rubbing that guy's dick. I didn't rub his dick. I saw you rubbing his dick. Okay, whatever. So
Yeah.
what?" And then
Yeah.
he's like, "You can't be doing that when you're my girl." He's like, "I'm not your
Not your
girl,
girl.
Michael. Like
Michaele.
yeah, exactly. She calls him Michaela the whole time.
Mhm.
I'm only here because you couldn't get invited to your own brother's wedding, and maybe
Mm.
later we might get it together, but." You know, this is
Yep.
what we're doing.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not like just some freaky guy, okay? And she's like, yes, you are, Michaele. Yes, you are. And he's
Yeah.
like, huh, I
So
am.
here's my thing, right? With Michael reaching that conclusion, did he grow at all? Like, did he grow at all? Like, did he become a better friend? Did he like improve his standing among women besides just being a dick? Because I don't think so. Because he ended up hooking up with a married bitch over there.
He's going to continue to satisfy his partners. He
Okay.
he is now accepted himself fully,
Okay.
and he can stop pretending and falling whims to the expectations of others.
Okay,
No,
Lance.
no.
Okay, Lance.
That's the level of confidence it seems like he has when he comes in. He's like,
Right.
he tells Michael and Tanya, they're talking about thanks for finally asking me to on a date, and it's like he didn't.
Yeah.
But Michael sits down. He's like, you guys know what? I love having sex with white women, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have sex with white women. I
And
don't care
Tanya
what
and Albert
nobody
are
says
like,
about it.
Oh my god, get the
Yeah.
fucking shit. We gotta get out of here.
They end up leaving. They got to
Yeah.
get away from this guy.
Mhm.
We go upstairs at the reception. Stan's broken phone is in his hand. It's not working. He tosses it in his drink.
Mhm.
Cepha is like, is everything okay? Declines a beer. Cepha's
Mhm.
not drinking anymore. That's pretty big for as how big of an alcoholic and all the problems he's had.
Exactly.
That signals a bit of a shift there. Stan asks, "Have you talked to Leilani yet?" He's like, "I don't know what to say." And then I think Stan leaves and Cepha's just standing there.
Mhm.
Yeah, he goes from not knowing what to say to just letting it all out. I guess I mean, we'll talk about it when we get there, I guess. But my question is if you think it was well put when we get to his thing.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, they're on the balcony. He doesn't know what to say. Michael meets this white lady,
The
one
white
of the
lady he
white
was having,
flip
he was
phone.
having, the flip phone,
Yeah.
flip time, yeah.
Yeah, flip time lady. I'm going the wedding that we said we are going to you. I think we forgot to mention that. They're going to the same wedding. She's friends
Right.
with
Oh
the
yeah, that's
she's
right. That's
friends
right.
with the bride, and
Mm-hmm.
he's brother to the groom.
Yep.
But she told him that, well, actually, I'm taking my husband to that wedding, so I can't
Right.
go with you. And he's like, oh,
Yes.
okay, all right, whatever. Anyways, she comes back and she's like, hi, Michael. My
My
husband's
husband.
gone home,
Yeah.
and time to get freaky on the dance floor.
Right.
And
Growth.
my then there is Michael's growth.
There is Michael's
Drinking
growth.
a champagne glass from holding the bottom and going to get freaky on the dance floor.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. And then the probably the best, one of the best parts of this movie, definitely for me, bro, was when Stan finally got the resolution we was waiting for, dog. At Stan's table, right? He's sitting there, he's down in the dumps. He hasn't found Latifah yet, right? He hasn't found Latifah, and then a server comes. The server comes, and they're chopping it up. What, I forget what they were talking about, bro. But then
She just sees
end,
he's sad and tells him, cheer up.
yeah, exactly, right? Trying to cheer him up. It says, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Then Q Stan looking up at her like, Latifah? And then she runs
She
away.
hears his voice.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, she runs away, and he runs after her.
Mari Cam following her.
Right, yeah.
He stands running up the stairs. He turns the corner. He finds her inside the kitchen. He's like, Latifah? And her first thing she says is, you're not 6'6".
Yeah, bro.
Latifah, when you hung up on me the other night, I thought it was over. And he was like, no, I can explain. Yeah, whatever. Just, what is your name? He's like, my name's not Tyreek. It's Stanley. And she's like, my name's not Latifah. It's Jane.
It's Jane. Yeah.
And they shake hands.
Yes.
And then they stare at each other for a lot longer.
Yeah. And then they do that little laugh, like they laugh and shit. It's like, oh, bro, I've been there, man. Yeah. I was like, oh, bro, yeah, bro. Yeah, suck your oil, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. That shit was hard. I love that part, bro. Because like that's what I was waiting for too. Like the biggest point for me was waiting for that fool Stanley to finally meet Latifah, and then finally it happened.
Yo, so yeah, and now they all four of them have their girls, right?
Right.
Wait, no. Sepha needs to go and do some. Like, three of them have girls now.
Exactly.
And Sepha, the soon-to-be dad, who has not drank, is listening to this song. The bridesmaids are singing Jamo Jam's Samoan wedding song. On the dance floor, those three other guys have their girls. Tanya's like asking Albert, when are you going to kiss me? He's like, oh, that's kind of weird. He's like, well, Michael's doing it with his white girl. He's like, well, that's Michael. He's like, well, Stanley's doing it with Jane over there. He's like, okay, that's a miracle. Anyways, they kiss. Sepha is walking down. His eyes are locked onto the stage at Leilani as he's walking. He stops to get like a flower lei. And then he walks up during the song. As the song is being sung, and he's on the side of the stage, and he's like, you know what, I'm going to do this right now. And he walks up to Leilani. He's like, Lons, I miss you. He tells her how much he means to him and how much this child is going to be for them and what he wants to do. And eventually he tells her that he loves her and if she will marry him. And it's right at the end of the song when he says that last part. So the microphone, as the music cuts out, picks that up. Will you marry me? And she's like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. Yeah. Super good. I mean, very emotional. I loved it, right? Very strong. Yeah, she says yes, and everybody cheers.
Yeah, exactly. But see, my thing was, right, and we was talking about this last week, it's kind of a social faux pas to be like, I'm going to propose to my girl at my Uso wedding. No. You know what I'm saying? But that's just small nitpicky shit. That shit is hilarious. And it was a great feel-good scene. but just for future reference, don't fucking do that, okay?
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Nah, that's
One,
fucked.
if your girl is singing, don't walk up there and ask her to talk
Bro.
right then.
Right.
Two, don't be asking people to marry you at other people's weddings.
You know what I'm
It's their
saying?
day. Maybe like when you leave, you can ask in the car. Why you gotta do it right there?
Bro,
Okay,
you know what I
let
mean?
them have their day.
It's like when the brides, or like, it's like when someone in the crowd who isn't like a bridesmaid is wearing white. Like that's another social faux pas
Oh
for
yeah, yeah,
wedding. Like
yeah,
don't
yeah.
wear
Yep,
white at a
yep.
wedding. You know what I'm saying? It's shit like that. But small nitpicky things. It's a movie. Suspend your disbelief. It felt great. You know what I'm saying? It felt great to see Sepha finally grow the hell up and do what he has to do as a soon to be father.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was a great scene.
Yeah,
But
and then we get the final Tawalunga for the wedding with Sione, the bride, all the Duckrockers, all the cast members,
yeah.
and the credits. And
Mhm.
that is Siona's wedding.
That is Siona's wedding. What the hell did y'all think? Did y'all? Yeah, man, that's the entire movie right there in a nutshell, man. Great, classic. You can see why everybody is always talking about this when growing up, bro.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, this movie is hilarious, bro, and it's a classic in the community. So
You want to do final scores or our
definitely,
scores for this movie?
definitely. I think we should also explain the rubric too, right?
Okay.
Explain the rubric for the people who what I'm saying. So, we try to rack our brains over what to put in for the rubric and our rating. How are we going to base this? And Lance came up with a out of 50 system, right? In each category, there's legacy, writing slash script, acting, editing and directing, cinematography, soundtrack, casting, and rewatchability. Right,
Right.
and out of all of these, it'll be out of a possible 50, right?
Right.
Possible 50 points. So, how do you want to do total score? And then see what we did for each one, because I know you have weighted scores in each one, out of
Yeah.
a set amount or out of a set number, set total.
I think we could go from the bottom to the top as far as rewatchability to legacy,
Okay,
and then we will have our final scores there after legacy.
fair enough. Okay,
Uh, as Marcus mentioned, these are weighted, so not all of them are the same.
right.
Because we think that some categories are more important. Legacy is more important than casting more important than rewatchability, stuff like that. So,
Mhm.
um, yeah, let's just start with the first uh, rewatchability. Out of a possible 2 points.
I got two. I put 2 out of 2 for rewatchability.
Yeah.
Okay, it's freaking hilarious. Great
Mhm.
story. And I feel like it's just timeless, and it doesn't matter when you watch it. You know what I'm saying? It's endlessly quotable. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a cornerstone in our community, bro. Like there's a reason why we still watch this movie time and time again. And this came out 17 years ago. You said 2006.
2006. Yep.
Definitely 2 out of 2. What about you?
I'm already breaking the rules. I gave it a 3. I bought
Jesus
this
Christ.
movie. I've watched it probably more than 10 times, right? Even
Hmm.
before we were going to do this movie for the show, I've
Hmm.
watched this movie and I have it. And I've watched it a lot. I watch it all the time. My kid's going to know all the lines. Yeah, I give this a 3. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Uh, Casting is our next category. How well do the actors fit the characters out of a total
Mhm.
score of 3? What do you got?
I got 3 out of 3 out of for that too. I feel like every character played their part extremely well, and they
Hmm.
each had chemistry with each other, even down to like the bit players, like Derek. You know what I'm saying? Like he fit in well with them, like and just as just a background character. You know what I'm saying? As like a second tertiary character. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like everybody was cast well, bro. So for that, 3 out of 3, definitely.
I also give it a 3. Derek is, I think, an underrated character. Like
Hmm.
how strong he is, and he's like the only bad guy in the
Right.
movie. Right? They're
Hmm.
all like, there's not like a villain. The villain is their own issues that they refuse to face and finally
Hmm.
do. But as far as like a person that's the bad guy, Derek was the only one. Shout out to I think David Van Horn. I also have a 3 out of 3 for casting. Naked Samoans had to be those guys, and again, all the side characters, great supporting actors nominated for awards.
Mhm.
Soundtrack out of a possible 5 points. What do you got?
I got 5 out of 5, bro. Because not only is Don Raid the architect of the entire soundtrack, just every song is a banger, and they all fit in every scene that they play in. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So, 5 out of 5 for the soundtrack for sure.
Absolutely, same here. 5 out of 5.
Hmm.
Uh, at Ease, Nesian Mystic, the Feel Style, Aradna, just Jamoa Jam. Like
Right.
there's all songs that people know, and they fit so well. Whether it was a
Hmm.
transition, whether it was the background for a scene, awesome soundtrack. Shout out to Don Raid.
Right.
Cinematography out of a possible 6. What is the power of the look? Any cool shots for you?
I gave this a 6 out of 6 too. I feel like I don't know. I feel like it was shot really well, bro. It didn't do too much. There wasn't a whole lot of like huge action. I mean, not action scenes, but like like crazy action shots, and it wouldn't fit well in a movie like this anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I think the best shot that still sticks out in my head is the bar scene with Leilani when she overhears Sefa calling her his cousin.
Mm-hmm.
That shot really sticks out in my head. Or the shots with Stanley when he's talking to these girls that he's fantasizing about being Latifah and they're not actually them. You know what I'm saying? It was little things, it was little subtle things like that I felt like took my score over the top. So for sure, 6 out of 6 for me in cinematography.
I would think about like other locations and like the kind of shots that make you feel small, or like
Mm,
that just like really big, capturing all of the essence and setting, like maybe some sort of island shot. But I know they
mm,
did. It's in the city in Auckland, so there was a bunch of city shots in there. I give this one a 4 out of 6.
okay.
Definitely represented, I think, Auckland and those sections well. There were some kind of setup stuff, but not a super big, powerful Tron-like shots. Not that that was this movie, but maybe it was just the pixelation from it being
From
17 years ago.
2006. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was thinking the same thing. Like I didn't want to nitpick things like that because of the time it came out in.
Mm.
But hey, that's
Oh,
fair.
okay,
You know
true.
what I'm saying? But hey, but that's fair. Shit, that's fair. Fuck it.
Our
Um,
next category, editing and directing, out of a possible 7 decisions, where to cut, what kind of pace it's got. What do you think?
okay. So we touched on this earlier. There were some scenes that I felt didn't need to be in there, but I think your point about it being organic because it's the Naked Psalm ones, like scenes that probably wasn't in the script. You know what I'm saying? Like the egg scene. After Lonnie makes some eggs, and yeah, and Albert's clowning. So I put for that I put a 5 out of 7. Just because I felt like like I said, there was just some parts that didn't need to be in there. But
Hmm.
then with your point, I was like, damn, maybe they put that in there because that was such a great moment to catch. The naked Samoans just over here talking shit to each other. But I felt like just for the movie itself, like there was just some parts that it could have just did away with, as far as pacing. But other than that, it's nitpicking. What about you, bro?
I got a 6 out of 7. I thought it was pretty good. Upon my like seventh watch this week, I started to realize some things that like
Mm,
maybe the character didn't all the way flesh out, or maybe they didn't show certain things that would have made more sense. Uh, but I do think that it moves pretty well, and that the resolution at the end is one of my favorites
hey,
in
fair enough.
movies.
And
Uh,
this movie's only an hour and a half.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
only an hour and a half. So
Oh,
I,
okay.
I mean, maybe for parody or whatever, it would be cut down to like an hour and 15, which is pretty short for a movie. But I mean, still, an hour and a half is pretty short time for a movie. But yeah, 5 out of 7. So the next category is acting, right? Out of a
Mm,
possible 8. For this one, I put 7, bro. And the one person who made me like bring the score down, and I think it's unfair. It's unfair to her because she's not really an actor. Is Princess? Just she was kind of wooden to me. You know what I'm saying? Just I don't know. Her
yeah.
acting is it was kind of wooden, but then she's not an actor. She's a dance instructor. You know what I'm saying? So but kudos to her, bro, for even getting the part and doing what she did, bro, because she still made an iconic character. But as far as the acting itself, it was pretty. Uh, no, it's cool.
Yeah, it might have
Yeah, I
been
put
like,
7 out of 8.
it might have been watching it more and more and just seeing these little parts of these characters that I didn't think really fit all the way, or like Michael trying to say no, but also we were talking about it earlier. Why'd you show up at that dinner then, right at the
Right.
beginning, right? Why'd you initiate it if you weren't ready for it? Uh, but yeah, I ended up giving the actors a 6 out of 8.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just were. I guess that's more writing than the actual person. But I'm gonna stick with it.
Hey, stick with it. Stick with it.
Two of the biggest categories, these last ones,
Right.
writing and the script,
Mm-hmm.
out of a possible 9.
Out of a possible 9. I kind of want to cheat right now and change my answer, but I think I'm gonna stick with it. For the writing, I put a 7. 7 out of 9. I I I don't know, man. Like, I guess because they're in New Zealand,
Mm-hmm.
they're in New Zealand, and there's just some things I probably will never understand. But then it's very universal. But it's a great story anyway. But I just feel like I don't know, man. The writing wasn't. The writing wasn't bad though. Like I feel like 7 is such a low score. I kind of want to change it to an 8 because it kind of affects the next category. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I have the next category so high up is because like the legacy of the writing itself and all the what I'm saying, all the quotables in there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Like all the quotables in there, like I guess I gave it a 7 just because my lack of understanding of like New Zealand, like, culture and customs, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
but that's such a small nitpicky thing to worry about. But I feel like I should probably change it to an 8, but I think for now I'll stick with the 7, bro. Um you know, yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. I gave this a 8 out of 9.
Okay.
For writing, I do like how things get presented, how
Mm,
the yarn kind of gets rolled out a bit, and
mhm.
then everything crashes, but then we get resolved.
Right.
Shout out to James Griffin, Oscar Kightley for this screenplay. Like they
Yeah.
wrote this one. They also wrote the sequel, but yeah, and then like you said, the quotables. I mean, personally, I can recite a lot of this movie, so for
Hmm.
me, it's like the acting. I guess, I mean, the writing stands out, especially for the dialogue.
Yeah.
But then I think some of that dialogue was freestyle, like organically, just
Enough.
like
Yeah.
we'll just give us a topic, we'll give you something to film, and then
Fair
you can
enough.
put it together later. So
Fair enough.
I gave that an 8 out of 9.
Nice. Okay. For the very last topic, the big one, legacy slash impact, what have you, out of a possible 10, what do you got, bro?
I got a 9. I got a 9 out of 10 for this movie.
Ooh.
Let me tell you where I was in 2006. Okay, I was about to graduate high school. I
Okay.
watched this movie when I was in high school. That might have something to do with it. Something about
Okay.
part of my fabric of being an adult.
All right.
Uh, Not only is this movie itself such a big one, spawned a sequel. Samoa, New Zealand went crazy for it. These guys have gone on to do a lot of other things. The Naked Samoans comedy group themselves have continued to do different things, whether it be shows, movies, plays that they like doing.
Right.
Shimpal Lelisi's out there. Oscar Kightley obviously has been in a bunch of different things with Taika.
Hmm.
So I don't think even the movie just in itself is all of the legacy, because you've seen these guys kind of get launched forward into um, the culture, into the forefront of our people, and seeing these recognizable faces
Right.
continuing to do stuff so long after. But the movie itself, I do think, is strong. It's a good message through friendship, growing up, in relationships, and yeah. As far as legacy, I gave it a 9.
Nice.
Yeah,
Out of 10, I gave it a 10, bro.
nice.
Yeah, I gave it the highest possible score for legacy just because, like I said earlier, it's like the biggest touchstone for me as far as Pasefika movie cinema. You know what I'm saying? Like we done heard about Once Were Warriors, but I never watched it until literally a month ago. Sione's Wedding is the first one that, you know what I'm saying, I heard about as a kid in 8th grade, high school, whatever, and wanting to watch it and wanting to see my people on screen. And then when finally seeing it, it's like, oh yeah, this is why it's held up so long, because of the strong writing, because of the iconic characters, because of all of that. And I feel like it still holds up today, 17 years later. And I feel like it's just going to be a movie that'll always be referenced in our community for years to come. You know what I'm saying? It's already going on 20 years and we're over here making a damn podcast about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's, yeah, so this movie will definitely be written about for years. So 10 out of 10 as far as legacy and impact. Sione's Wedding forever. Duckrockers for life.
For life.
For life. Okay? So yeah, that's me. So when you tallied up the scores, what you got for us, bro?
So I gave Sione's Wedding a 44 out of 50, and you gave Sione's Wedding a 45.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
Some of the highest scores we've ever given out in the history of this show.
Yeah. Lance, shut the hell up.
High score.
Exactly. Yeah, bro. High score. Second episode, motherfucker. Second episode. Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, man. That's been Sione's Wedding, y'all. We encourage y'all to go out and watch it too, man. It's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? And see what the hell we're talking about, bro. Like, shit, watch us and then watch the movie and see if you agree.
Yeah.
Talk to us. You know what I'm saying?
Let us know. Let us know your thoughts about Sione's Wedding once you watch it, or if you already have.
Yeah, man. You know what it is, man. Appreciate y'all for watching and staying this long. The Pasefika Movie Starter Kit. You know what I'm saying? Lance Falitongo, Marcus. Lance, you got anything else to tell them, bro? What's up? What's the deal?
Hey, check out the Polynesian podcast on Instagram at Polynesian. Check out Way Back Wednesday, WBW_pod. Also, freaking the Politicking podcast.
The Politicking podcast,
bro. We're out here giving y'all what y'all need: information, entertainment. Bro. Stop playing with us.
Stop playing with us, bro. Quit playing with us. We out here working for real, bro. Like, I'm tired, bro. Like, if y'all can see the notes that Lance writes, bro, I'm telling y'all, like, bro, it's over, okay? So please, let us know what the hell y'all want us to watch next, because we got a whole laundry list of what the hell we're gonna watch. Until then, shit, do what you will, bro. Duckrockers for life, bro.
For life.
For life. For life. You know what I'm saying? This has been the Pasefika Movie Starter Kit, man. Episode 2. Go watch Sione's Wedding. If you don't, you're a nerd. Loser.
Peace.
Yep.